Hmm. All right. All right. Gotta make my thing. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go kill Radon. Can't get past this. My wolves are just to beat Kirk. Gotta go kill Radon to get the go and do the farm. Back here is probably gonna. Oh, because I haven't found any point of grace. Yeah, no point of grace. Would be nice, but right now. There's no multiplayer. Plus, I think multiplayer is broken for a couple days because they're deleting everybody's they're deleting like your save file if you there's a multiplayer hack or whatever in your save file. So yeah, we'll come back here later. Pretty hard to get here. I wonder if we can do it in reverse. I think we have to kill them and work. Oh, I'm just gonna go back here and we'll run the gauntlet. All right. Okay. Go back upstairs. I just have to remember where this place is. We're super underground. No fucking no. I think it's on the map. Yeah, we're right here. We were trying to get over here so we can open up out of the map, but we're just not strong enough to move on. Gotta go back. Alright, so we're gonna go down here. So we're down first. We need to figure out a point of great. Water. Night Comet. Good. Oh, don't really let you get out of the way, do they? Interesting. Oh, that was crazy. Come on. Don't glitch. Come on. Run. I guess. Get me. Grab all the shit. Ooh, Sacred Tier. That's awesome. This map is so big, I don't... Oh, there's the person.
Who's there?
I'm here. Burger King.
It matters not. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse.
Went to school.
Not to be meddled with by man.
Filled with man. Hot though. We're gonna have to record one. At least we're closer. Kind of fun when you find a totally new. This Starlight Shard. Whoa. Oh yeah. There. Me. I didn't get. Go up. We need to do. I think that's why. Take the right here. Just like Skyrim. Got the
Champions! Welcome!
welcome.
The stars have aligned! The festival is nigh! General! Are you good and prepared, young chum? The festival... Before we begin, allow me to paint... But now, we must make merry. O gathering of champions! The revels begin! The celebration of war!
Oh,
The
don't poke me.
Redan Festival!
Oh, bro. Probably took him a while to. Okay. Can do this. That's a patch. Could risk it. Okay. Oh.
Hey! Hey!
Alright. Do it. I guess we can only have one. And Yeah, we did it. Killed Radon. Hell yeah. Multiplayer did it. Multiplayer makes it definitely. Burger King on. I didn't really expect to do it on my second time. I don't know, I'm gonna have a lot of free time later. I thought this was gonna take me all day and then I was gonna have to edit it. We were pounding on it last week. I didn't do it a whole week later and guys. That was pretty epic, to be honest. I was holding my breath. Go this way? Oh, okay, yeah. There's a point of grace here. Alright, Bishop. Go. Whatever this is. No, we don't want to do that. Gotta talk to this first.
What a sick way to fight, eh,
Yeah.
mate? The glory of the clash is shared by Radon and you, and then a falling star right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radon was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend, if ever I saw one.
I'm supposed to get. Hang on. Let me see.
Depth on how to take down Star.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Well, hello, you wonderful humans, and welcome back. Side, the main goal is to just not get hit. He's gonna live. This is a game of patience. Phase 2. At this point in time, what I do is I just keep running away from him, making sure I revive all of our fallen. Forgotten breath is very, very. But once you get here, you'll now getting to the Rose easily defeat Radahn. What we need to do after defeating Godric or Radahn is heading back to the first step, where we're going to see a message where Vare used to be. We're going to read this message, and we're going to go seek him at the Rose Church.
Okay. Right. I think I got us close. Right, summon. I thought I was supposed to get make some on. So the want the mimic one. Get that's weird. Let's continue with the journey and we'll. Correct. Whole den of them. I don't see any reason why I need to go over there.
Now getting to the Rose Church is pretty dang easy. You can take these short.
Okay. We'll do first light and then. Did he say first step or?
First step, where we're gonna see a message where Vare.
There's a good background. Always. Yes. I mean. We've already talked to him. And we want to go to Rose Church. I don't remember that. Yeah, it's the one with a thingy, so we can go here. See why we're going to Rose.
We're gonna see a message where Vare used to be. We're going to read this message, and we're going to go seek him at the Rose Church. Now, getting to the Rose Church is pretty dang easy. You can take the shortcut around the castle if you want and get to the Lake of Facing Cliffs, and then kind of run down through the water all the way through here up to the Rose Church. There is no site of grace here, but once you get here, you'll see our lovely friend covered in blood standing outside. Now, when he asks you a question, just make sure to pick the top choice and then continue through the dialogue. After you're done talking to him the first time, then talk to him again, and he's going to give you some bloody fingers. Now, once you get these bloody fingers, you're just going to go into your inventory, and you're going to use one of these to try and attempt to join another player's world. It doesn't matter if you win or lose that fight, you just need to do this 3 times before returning to Vare. After you do your 3 invasions, you should be able to go back to Vare and have another conversation where he will anoint you and provide you with the Lord of Blood's favor, which we need to go get the blood of a maiden, so that's fun. Now, to get our maiden's blood, we're going to go to the Church of Ambition. Now, to get here, the easiest way I've found, there's actually 2 different ways. You can go up through here to the mausoleum compound and then jump down the stones here to get to this highway. Or if you can go from the East Raya Lucaria gate, you just run along the edge of this and you just make your way around the mountain all the way around and then up into this particular area, avoiding madness along your way. Now, right before you get to the church, you will be invaded by an NPC. Just take that one out, and then we're going to head over to the maiden that is sitting right here, where we get the Finger Maiden armor set, and we can get the blood as well. We can dye the cloth with the blood of the maiden. Now we just got to go back to Vare, where we're going to get the bloody finger. And he's also going to give us a medallion that'll allow us to go to the location that we actually want to go to after talking to him again after getting the bloody finger. Now, once you get your Pure Blood Knight's medal, all you need to do is use it, and it's going to take you to the audience grounds.
I told you I'd be back. To support the great cause, I've teamed up with Amazing Gang to offer you the chance to win a dream house in beautiful Lake Tahoe, or take the $3 million in cash. This house is incredible. You can entertain all your friends and family, relax outside, and enjoy a spectacular view.
Once you are here, you're going to be able to hop right onto your spectral steed, and we're going to turn around behind us. We're going to run along this wall right here. And this is going to get us to the location that we want to go to. There's going to be a bunch of things that spawn out of the ground. You're going to want to quickly run away from all of this because it's going to murder your face. And we're going to want to run right through this, like, river of blood. We're going to run past all of these dudes, trying not to get slapped. And then we're going to see this little ramp on the other side. Now, we are almost at the location, which many of you, I'm sure, have been to previously for not only my farming methods, but many others. We're going to be actually combining 2 different ones right here, and a method that is going to get you well over 6 million runes per hour. This is incredibly efficient and incredibly easy to do without having to have beaten the game. Now once you get to this location, just pick up the Site of Grace, and we're going to make sure that we have our bow equipped, as well as the Star Scourge Greatsword. Now I know this takes 38 attribute points to be able to use, but using any of the rune farming methods that I've shown in the past and this one, you'll be able to level up your strength until you can equip this, and you can kind of evolve the process from here. So it's pretty easy. You don't need any special equipment for this, and you're going to want to make sure you have your gold scarab equipped as well. And then once you're ready to initiate this, the best thing I like to do is to pop the gold pickled fowlfoot. And then we're going to rest, so that way we can reset the spawn of the chicken that we're going to be shooting and everything else. So once you rest, you're going to get right up. You're going to equip your bow. You're going to run to this rock right here. You're going to click in on R3 to be able to see the chicken, and then you're going to shoot it as it turns. Then once you do that, you're going to switch over to the Scar Scourge Greatsword. You're going to run right into this middle spot here. You're going to suck them all in with L2, and then you're going to hit L2 again to blast them. This kills them, and you're going to be able to get 35,000 runes per time you do this. And the faster you get comfortable with this process, the faster you'll be able to do it. On average, you can get about 3 done per minute, netting to over 100,000 runes per minute, and it just adds up as you progressively get better with the process. You don't need to wait for the chicken or anything. The chicken's gonna run off the edge no matter what, and you just kill those dudes, run back to the Site of Grace, sit down and rest, and you're gonna get just a stupid amount of runes while doing this.
Okay.
Allow us to go to the location that we actually want to go to after talking to him again after getting the bloody finger.
Yeah, so we have that.
Now, once you get your Pure Blood Knight's Medal, all you need to do is use it, and it's going to take you to the audience grounds. Once you are here, you're going to be able to hop right onto your spectral steed, and we're going to turn around behind.
Nice. I'm going to go. Excuse me.
Behind us, we're going to run along this wall right here, and this is going to get us to the location that we want to go to. There's going to be a bunch of things that spawn out of the ground. You're going to want to quickly run away from all of this because it's going to murder your face, and we're going to want to run right through this river of blood. We're going to run past all of these dudes, try not to get slapped, and then we're going to see this little ramp on the other side. Now we are almost at the location which many of you I'm sure have been to previously for not only my farming methods but many others. We're going to be actually combining 2 different ones right here, and a method that is going to get you well over 6 million runes per hour. This is incredibly efficient and incredibly easy to do without having to have beaten the game. Now once you get to this location, just pick up the Site of Grace, and we're going to make sure that we have our bow equipped, as well as the Star Scourge Greatsword. Now I know this takes 38 attribute points to be able to use, but using any of the rune farming methods that I've shown in the past and this one, you'll be able to level up your strength until you can equip this, and you can kind of evolve the process from here. So it's pretty easy. You don't need any special equipment for this, and you're going to want to make sure you have your gold scarab equipped as well. And then once you're ready to initiate this, the best thing I like to do is to pop the gold pickled fowlfoot, and then we're going to rest, so that way we can reset the spawn of the chicken that we're going to be shooting and everything else. So once you rest, you're going to get right up. You're going to equip your bow. You're going to run to this rock right here. You're going to click in on R3 to be able to see the chicken, and then you're going to shoot it as it turns. Then, once you do that, you're going to switch over to the Scar Scourge Greatsword. You're going to run right into this middle spot here. You're going to suck them all in with L2, and then you're going to hit L2 again to blast them. This kills them, and you're going to be able to get 35,000 runes per time you do this. And the faster you get comfortable with this process, the faster you'll be able to do it. On average, you can get about 3 done per minute, netting to over 100,000 runes per minute, and it just adds up as you progressively get better with the process. You don't need to wait for the chicken or anything. The chicken's gonna run off the edge no matter what, and you just kill those dudes, run back to the site of grace, sit down and rest, and you're gonna get just a stupid amount of runes while doing this. The only faster way to do this process is if you have beaten the game and you have that like relic sword that will be able to kill everything on this hill in one swipe. But for now, until beating the game, this is the fastest process for getting runes in the game. I really do hope you all enjoyed this. If anybody out there has any ideas for faster ways to get XP that doesn't involve actually beating the game, feel free to reach out. Would love to help the community as much more as possible, because quite frankly, you know, the game is hard, and I've really enjoyed trying to find ways to make the game more enjoyable for the community, and I really like optimizing these kind of like rune farms as much as humanly possible. But thank you all so much. Hope you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome aboard the Disney Bundle, where Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus come to life. To your left is Heroes Lane, home to all your superheroes and classic characters from Disney Plus. Next, we stop in Hulu at The Funny District and Dramaville. Oh, hi, Twisty! Next up, the Winner's Circle and must-see sports from ESPN Plus. All aboard the Disney Bundle. Upgrade your entertainment with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, all for just $13.99 a month.
Hey, chicken thing.
She takes a picture, and in that picture is this ET. He puts the camera over in that direction, and everyone looking in that direction at that moment saw it. You can make contact with these civilizations, and you do not need the government. And that's when they take me to a hotel room later that night and very aggressively say, what the hell do you think you're doing? Because those projects understand the power of consciousness, and that the Rosetta Stone of contact has to do with these protocols. And they were not happy that we were doing this without their permission. If you look at the evidence and experiences of thousands of people doing this, it's happening now. False disclosure is happening right now. The actual disclosure we did already.
This is Russia, and to the right of the country is Siberia, but many people do not know how large that part of the country is. Shown in blue on the map, it covers 77% of the landmass of Russia. However, population-wise, Siberia is responsible for only 23% of its total population of the massive country. However, the sparse population is not the only strange thing about Siberia, because many mysterious things happen in that massive and cold region. In this video, we bring you the terrifying discoveries scientists have made under Siberia. Siberia is a fascinating place for many reasons. Located to the east of Russia's Ural Mountains, Siberia is known for its harsh winters and vast landscape. In fact, if Siberia were its own country, it would be the largest country in the world by area. At around 13 million square kilometers, or 5.1 million square miles, Siberia makes up 3/4 of all Russian territory, but almost 10% of the Earth's land surface. Siberia is a land of contrasts, and while the place is associated with harshly cold temperatures, the weather isn't actually cold year-round. During Siberian winters, the temperature can reach lows of -94 degrees Fahrenheit or -70 degrees Celsius. However, summers are warm across Siberia, with some parts of western Siberia reaching highs of 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius. This weather is due to the continental climate of the area, characterized by cold winters and warm summers. How long have humans lived in Siberia? Astonishingly, humans have occupied Siberia for as long as 125,000 years. In 2010, archaeologists discovered a human bone belonging to a hybrid of a Denisovan and Neanderthal in the Altai Mountains of Siberia. Siberian lands have long been home to indigenous groups, including the Nivki, the Evenki, and the Buryat. Siberia is home to the world's deepest lake, Lake Baikal, 5,387 feet, 1,642 meters. It contains over 20% of the world's fresh surface water and is fed by over 330 rivers. The lake freezes over completely every winter, and you can find ice as thick as 6.5 feet in some places. Siberia is crucial to the economy of Russia because over 70% of the country's oil and gas comes from the place. Natural reserves spread over more than 2 million square kilometers. The Siberian Federal District comprises 130 Siberian cities, including 3 with over 1 million citizens: Novosibirsk, Omsk, and Krasnoyarsk. However, Siberia is full of strange, unexplainable mysteries, some of which can affect the whole world. For example, how do you feel about a 30,000-year-old virus coming back to life? And not just a virus, but a jumbo-sized virus. The ancient pathogen was discovered buried 30 meters 100 feet down in the frozen ground. Called Pithovirus sibericum, it belongs to a class of giant viruses discovered 10 years ago. This virus is wider in diameter than the other giant viruses discovered at 600 nanometers versus 500. It has a genome of 600,000 base pairs. Imagine the rungs on the DNA ladder which hold the genetic instructions to create 500 proteins. The virus is so large that unlike other viruses, it can be seen under a microscope. The last time it infected anything was more than 30,000 years ago, but in the laboratory, it has sprung to life once again. Tests show that it attacks amoebas. But why should you be concerned about this discovery if Siberia is thousands of miles away from you? It is because, as researchers put it, this is a recipe for disaster. They believe there could be more dangerous pathogens locked in the permafrost. Since the 1970s, the permafrost has retreated and reduced in thickness, and climate change projections suggest it will decrease further. It has also become more accessible and is being eyed for its natural resources. Experts warn that exposing the deep layers could expose new viral threats. Professor Jean-Michel Claverie from the National Center of Scientific Research warns it is a recipe for disaster. If you start having industrial explorations, people will start to move around the deep permafrost layers. Through mining and drilling, those old layers will be penetrated, and this is where the danger is coming from. For example, ancient strains of the smallpox virus, which was declared eradicated 30 years ago, could pose a risk because if these viruses survive in the same way those amoeba viruses survive, then smallpox is not eradicated from the planet, only stopped on the surface. By going deeper, we may reactivate the possibility that smallpox could become a disease of humans again. Fortunately, the Sibericum virus poses no danger to humans because it can't infect other animals or us. But other viruses could be unleashed as the ground becomes exposed. If that is not scary enough for you, we bring you the mysterious but massive craters showing up across the tundra of Siberia. Due to mining and other human activities, it is not strange to find wide and deep holes in places worldwide. However, when a Russian TV crew flying over the Siberian tundra in the summer of 2020 spotted a massive crater 30 meters 100 feet deep and 20 meters wide, it raised many questions. The hole was striking in its size, symmetry, and the explosive force of nature that it must have taken to have created it. Scientists were not sure exactly how the huge hole, which was at least the 9th spotted in the region since 2013, formed. Initial theories floated when the first crater was discovered near an oil and gas field in the Yamal Peninsula in northwest Siberia, included a meteorite impact, a UFO landing, and the collapse of a secret underground military storage facility. However, scientists would later discover a massive crater appearing violently and explosive.
For the real ones, the real one is finally here. Introducing Oreo Frozen Treats.
In the Siberian tundra. It was a powerful blowout of methane gas that threw up ice and rock hundreds of feet away and left a gaping circular scar in the empty and eerie landscape. It was the 17th hole to appear in the remote Yamal and DYDE peninsulas in the Russian Arctic since the first was spotted in 2013, mystifying scientists. The craters are thought to be linked to climate change, and drone photography, 3D modeling, and artificial intelligence are helping to reveal their secrets. The new crater is uniquely well preserved, as surface water hadn't yet accumulated in the crater when we surveyed it, which allowed us to study a fresh crater, untouched by degradation. It was also the first time researchers had been able to fly a drone deep into a crater, reaching 10 to 15 meters below ground, allowing them to capture the shape of the underground cavity where methane had built up. The drone took around 80 images, enabling the researchers to build a 3D model of the crater, 30 meters deep, or the equivalent of 3 buses lined up end to end. The model showed unusual grottos or caverns in the lower part of the crater, mainly confirming what scientists had theorized. Methane gas builds in a cavity in the ice, leading to the appearance of a mound at ground level. The heap grows in size before blowing out ice and other debris in an explosion and leaving behind the massive crater. The methane source could have been from deep layers inside the Earth or closer to the surface. It could also be a combination of the two. Permafrost is a vast natural reservoir of methane. Meanwhile, methane is a potent greenhouse gas, much more effective than carbon dioxide at trapping heat and warming the planet. The Arctic is warming 2 times faster than the global average, and the warmer summers have weakened the permafrost layer, which acts as a cap, making it easier for gas to escape. Some experts estimate the soil in the permafrost region hold twice as much carbon as the atmosphere, making the area extremely important in the fight against climate change. So it is easy to see that climate change impacts the probability of gas blowout craters appearing in the Arctic permafrost. With satellite imagery, the researchers were also able to pinpoint when the crater formed. They believe the mound would have exploded at some point between May 15th and June 9th, 2020. The crater was first spotted during a helicopter flight on July 16th, 2020. The timing was not random because it was the time of the year when there was a lot of solar energy influx, which caused the snow to melt and the upper layers of the ground to heat up, which caused changes in their properties and behavior. While these craters have appeared in a very sparsely populated region, they pose risks to indigenous people and oil and gas infrastructure. The holes are usually found by accident during helicopter flights or by reindeer herders, but for the people living there, it could spell a disaster. For example, Professor Vasily Bogoyevlensky spoke to a reindeer herder who witnessed a massive explosion of a mound on a river channel in the Yamal Peninsula in 2017. Every morning, she was going to a small frost mound in the river because it was the highest place from where she could look after her reindeer. However, in the morning when the explosion happened, she started to feel something in her legs and she became afraid and ran, which saved her life because when she was about 200 or 300 meters away, the mound exploded. 17 craters have been documented so far, but scientists don't know how many there are in total or when the next one could blow out because they don't yet have good tools for detecting and mapping the gas emission craters. Let's hear what you think of the mysterious discoveries in Siberia in the comment section.
Each and every piece I make is different. Earrings ship in smaller envelopes.
Sarah Mahalik of Charged Glassworks uses Staples.com to find the right supplies for her business at the right price.
For now, I'm a one-woman show.
Do what you love with help from Staples.com.
Hello and welcome back to Rage Gaming Videos. My name is Hollow and today I have something quite interesting for you. We are going to look at the 3 legendary status incantations of the game. We have a Faith legendary incantation, we have a Pyromancy legendary incantation, and we have a Dragon Magic one as well. But the question is, are they good? What would I think they do well in, if anything? Let's begin then with the Flame of the Fell God. This legendary incantation is one of the several that draws directly from the power of the fire giants. We harness a little mini sun and it'll automatically go towards an enemy and then activate and then blow up, leaving behind a whole fire section that if any enemy steps in, they will take fire damage. And it can even break posture and poise, which is quite interesting. So let's watch. I throw it and it slowly homes in. It activates and then after a brief period, explodes, dealing huge damage, and then again leaving that fire trail or fire circle on the ground. Let's go ahead and pull some enemies. We'll get a little AoE situation going on. The fire on the ground is solid. Look at that. It is interrupting them. Like I said, it can break poise as well, so if someone's guarding and walking through that, it will actually break their shield block. So if I throw one out without aiming at anyone, what happens? It's going to just go to the nearest enemy and then blow up. The problem is, it does stop. It does stop. So once it activates and then begins blowing up, it stops where it lies. Meaning it can be a bit awkward to aim, especially in PvE, where, yes, we have enemies chasing us around like we do here. I'm quite excited to try this while from horseback, though, just to see what this is like. How far can it actually go? How well does it home in? It has a period where it just pops before it reaches the target. Oh no. Okay, this one's good. Right in the butt. Yeah, a solid 1,000 and then the ticking fire, which does build up pretty damn good if it stands in it. That's an extra 300 damage right there. Two casts to kill a giant is not too shabby. It's just a bit slow. Alright, so to get the Flame of the Fell God Pyromancy Incantation, it's actually pretty easy, I suppose. You've got to come to the lake region, which we can do very early on the game, and you can come to this area straight away. One of the first bonfires you'll find, the Lascar Ruins. If you turn around from